All right, I got another one here. When you got a break in the day, just do reaction videos. This one is a drummer I have heard before and a band I have heard before, although not a band I was a huge fan of. Not to say I don't have a lot of respect for them, but they weren't one of the bands that drew me to them to be obsessed with them like I was with some of the other bands I listened to. So this is Danny Carey from Tool, and it's not a live like concert. It's like a drum clinic, I think. Somebody recommended this on the old channel there. This was from a certain fella named Droogie128. Danny Carey of Tool doing Rosetta Stone is incredible to watch too. So I have that up. We are going to watch the incredible Danny Carey. I'm familiar with Danny Carey, tons of respect for the guy. He plays locally with a jazz group with Carl Hunter and Jacob Cesny and some of the local guys, local crazy, great local musicians that we have here in Ventura County. And he plays with them at our local jazz club, and he goes and does his thing. So I'm familiar with Danny Carey, and I'm looking forward to actually watching this and just kind of getting to see a little bit more from him. One of the first exposures to Tool and Danny Carey was my brother made me a mixtape. And he said, if you can learn every song on this mixtape, I'll buy you a piece of equipment for your drum set. And this was when I was like 12, maybe 13. And it had all kinds of shit, Primus and Rush and all this stuff. But one of the songs that was on it was Tool, Sober. And it is one of my tunes that every drummer needs to know how to play. It sounds simple. It sounds like, oh, it's just a regular rock song. It is a fucking hard song to play when you are a beginning drummer. The independence required to play the along with the bass drum and all that stuff. It sounds like it's simple, but it's actually pretty fucked up, and it takes a little bit of practice to get it down. So that was one of my earliest exposure to Tool and Danny Carey. So that aside, let's see what he's got here at the Danny Carey playing along to Rosetta Stone. Looks like a drum clinic of some kind. Click it. 5, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. What? So they have that little 5 before the intro. This sounds like it's in 5, but it's in 4. That's 5. These parts look fun as hell to play. Okay. Got the double basses in. Yeah. What are you doing? The possibly one of the fastest, cleanest bucket of fishes I've ever seen. Just throwing them in, man. Nice. Yeah, man, jumping between 5s and 8s and 4s. Big open roll. $11. Yeah, it's more of that, like, we're gonna tease a feel and cut it off. So we're gonna give you a bar of 6 and we're gonna cut it off so that you don't get locked into that. I really need to start listening to videos where I can hear the band, because I think it would be better with context. Like my interpretations would be more clear if I could hear the band. I'd understand more about what the context of what he's playing is. But I just like drum cams so much. Oh, you bastard. Even over odd. Now on the offbeat, you fucker. Yeah. Dude. So, it's an 11. He's doing offbeat open hi-hats through the bar line with, then it was a feet doing the other triplet. It's hard on one viewing to catch everything. Alright, Swiss triplet. He's doing he's doing some kind of Swiss triplet with his hand between the snare and that tom. It's either a Swiss triplet or yeah, he's got like some kind of Swiss triplet. Oh, dropped a stick. No bother. No problem. Right back in it. Well done, sir. Yeah, this is fucked up. He's doing like some kind of Swiss triplet thing on the right and left hand. Hi-hats keeping time. Now he's between the hands doing his Swiss triplets. I think they're Swiss triplets. It's hard. I can't really hear the clarity. you can hear the 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But that bass drum goes over the bar line. The hands are going over the bar line. The only thing that's actually in the time that is the written time is the hi-hat and the snare backbeats. That was fucking crazy. The fact that he, that's all counted. Like he's playing to a track. Such power. Has he added like a drag in there? You got. Yeah, it's like a Swiss triplet flam tap kind of thing. Yeah, I almost want to watch another video with clarity to it. Flam accents. Damn, son. Yeah, that's like it's very cool. I think I need to start listening to songs that are in context because there was a lot going on musically that I wanted to hear so I could have relationship between what he was playing, which was essentially a series of odd time signatures and odd feels within 4 or 3. But without the musical context, it's really hard to piece together what's happening. Without the clarity, this is obviously recorded on somebody's phone, and you don't have the clarity of the drum mics or the what a studio would provide. But yeah, just from watching on the video up there, yeah, it looks like he was doing a very El Negro. If you don't know who El Negro is, his name is Horacio El Negro. I forget his last name, but everybody calls him El Negro. He's a Latin drummer, fusion drummer, Latin drummer. What I know him for is his incredible independence. I saw him with Roy Hargrove's Crystal a long time ago, and he's played with a series of other Afro-Cuban musicians and Latin musicians, and his thing is independence. Being an Afro-Cuban drummer, if you're playing drum set in an Afro-Cuban setting, your job is to recreate the sound of an Afro-Cuban percussion ensemble, which is a cowbell, congas, bongos, maybe clave, shekere, some other instruments that might be in there. But the main heart of an Afro-Cuban ensemble is the clave, the congas, and the cowbell. And other instruments are added up. But if you can cover those three, you can have an Afro-Cuban ensemble. And so when you need to do it on drum set, because they only have one drummer, which is the case with a lot of these Cuban guys, is they were growing up playing in ensembles, and then they needed a drummer. They only had one, so these kids would learn the parts. And a lot of drummers did that. Changuito did that. Giovanni Hidalgo can all do that, where they can sit at a drum set and cover all the parts. Well, if you break down a Latin Afro-Cuban ensemble, you're going to have very complicated parts between all the hands, because you've got the clave that needs to be covered, that needs to stay consistent. You've got time that needs to be held somewhere, so that needs to stay consistent. You've got your bass drum playing a tumbao with the bass player or the piano player. You've got a cascada pattern that's got to happen somewhere on a right or a left hand. You've got a clave that's got to stay. So all these things have to be covered with only 4 limbs. Well, El Negro is like the master of that shit. And he's got foot pedals and cowbells and wood blocks and all kinds of shit. And he'll do this shit like this, where he'll go into a pattern where he'll start dot 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 with the right hand, and then you'll hear a wood block go buck 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 buck, and that's his left foot. And then you'll hear another cowbell go gong 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 gong. Well, that's his right foot. And then you'll hear a pattern on a timbali. Well, that's his left hand. And so he has this incredible ability to create these patterns. And you can go up to him and just be like, play me a 6/8 Afro-Cuban with a 3/2 rumba clave. And he'll play it. You say, play me a Mozambique. Oh, yeah, I'll play it. He'll play the part that should be played by 4 people on one drum set. And that's what Danny Carey's doing in this. He's got that. He's got these multiple layers of parts. He's got the hi-hat keeping time. He's got a bass drum playing like a 4/3 feel. He's got hands that are playing a similar kind of 3/4, 4/3, whatever. I'd have to analyze it to actually tell you the exact answer. But all these different independence parts come together to create one part. And it's all right here in his brain going, divided up. This hand's going to do this da 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 da. Left hand's going to play the other end of that Swiss triplet. Left foot's going to keep time. Right foot is going to give a bumpa, 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 and create this flowing cascade of drum sound. Very cool. And you can tell that he has a lot of power when he needs it. A lot of the other times he kind of has a little more finesse, so you can tell that he has that range of dynamics where he can ramp up and rock and roll, or he can bring it back down and play soft Swiss triplets around the drums. So yeah, love Danny Carey. A lot of respect for the dude, and I'm glad he's a local. Thanks for the recommendation. I'll see you on the next one.